We said that for Uganda to produce coffee, it has to forego this of cotton, and we go to that opportunity cost. And for Kenya to produce coffee, it has to incur this opportunity cost. So it is from here I ask you students to please tell me that which of these two countries is having the least and the higher opportunity cost? Yes? Tell me. Yes, tell me. Which one? Yes, thank you. Here Uganda is incurring a higher opportunity cost in the production of coffee. And for Kenya is incurring a lower, or which we call least opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. Meaning that it is incurring less, but producing high. Yes. Meaning that for this case, which country should specialize in the production of a given commodity? Kenya should specialize, should produce that, and this one should not engage in that. Then when you go to cotton, you will realize that Uganda is incurring a smaller opportunity cost, whereas Kenya is producing a bigger opportunity cost by figure. By looking at the figure that you have obtained, you have got from the calculation, that one gives you which one is bigger than the other. We are together. Please let us be together. Are we? Okay, thank you. Come on. Therefore, for this matter here, Uganda must involve in the production of cotton, where it is incurring a 0.8, which is lower opportunity cost. And it has to forego, and it has to leave the production of cotton. It has to leave this one here. I mean, Kenya has to leave the production of what? Of cotton. That is why you are seeing that Uganda will produce cotton and leaves coffee. But Kenya will produce coffee and leaves cotton. So for this matter here, Uganda will have to import coffee from Kenya, and Kenya also will have to import cotton from Uganda, thus promoting international trade. Is it clear? Yes, thank you. I hope that we are moving together, right? Then for this matter also, this very calculation here leads us to the last use of opportunity cost. Yes, I aim at using this to hit two birds with the same stone. Have you ever done that? You throw one stone, it hits two birds at the same time. Yes, yes. So, for this matter, we looked at opportunity cost, hoping to promote or to determine international trade, but in the same way, opportunity cost helps us, put it where? Let me put it here. Helps in specialization or used. Let me say that it is used in specialization. In the specialization during production. Yes, the specialization we are talking about is what has been calculated here. Is what has been calculated here. Because when we talk about specialization, have you ever heard about it? Yes, you must have heard about it. So when you talk about specialization, we mean that this is where an individual or a firm or a given region or entirely a given country deals in the production of a given commodity in which it produces high output and quality output. Are you getting me? Where it produces best or where it deals best and leaves others where it is not doing well. So it is specializing in a given field, leaving others for others also to engage in that production. For example, me, the teacher. Personally, I feel that I can do well in this education. But I may not be good as such in engineering. I may not. So I leave engineering for the rest of the people who have more skills in doing that. Are you together? The agriculturists are also there. But when they can't do what I'm doing at the moment. So, personally, I concentrate in a given field, leaving others out. And therefore, it is this specialization, this concentration in a given field of production that leads us to international trade, or to trade among other people, or between other people and other countries. Because what I produce, my colleague there may not be able to produce it. And therefore, I will have to demand for what I cannot also produce that he can produce. So that exchange enhances trade across people and across the borders, thus calling in for international trade. So international trade and specialization are going hand in hand. You cannot talk about international trade and you forego and you don't talk about specialization. Nor can you talk about specialization without talking about international trade. Clear? Yes, when I see you nodding the head, it shows that we are together actually. All right. So, having looked at this calculation about specialization and international trade, you will allow me go to here we shall have finished the fundamental economic problems, the fundamental economic what? Problems, and therefore we shall move on very well to the fundamental economic equations. Fundamental economic questions. Just as I told you people from the start, that economics is part and parcel of each one of us in this world. In this world, no one can escape it. Whether you are a peasant, whether you are a clergy, whether you are a noble, whether you are a whichever class, president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni also deals in this very field very well. The Putin you're talking about is engaging in serious economics. Even the late W. Bush, those presidents of America, the Saddam Husseins, all of them have gone through economics. So no way, in whichever way you can dodge it. Look at this. We have these fundamental economic questions which each one of us, so long as you engage in production and consumption of any commodity, you ask yourself these questions. You ask yourself these questions. These questions are basically five. Five, basically, but very key and very significant. One of which we have what we call one, what to produce. Whoever, any investor, anybody who, when I talk about any investor, I don't necessarily mean foreign investors, as locally here people tend to take it. That investor from India, from China, from America. No. Whoever gets his or her small saving and moves into a given production, you are investing. So long as you are putting the little you have into a given venture, hoping to benefit more from it, hoping to get profits out of it, like it or not, you are an investor. You are. Yes. So when I talk about investor and investment, please don't quote me wrong that I'm meaning those big people with big berries, that because they have a lot of money. No, I don't mean that. Even you, a student who engages in making pancakes to sell at a given school, you are an investor. Yes. But because you are investing the little you have to gain a profit. Okay? Yes. So whoever deals in production, for example, let us go on with this and see. When we are talking about what to produce, any person who is engaging in any economic venture, the first question that comes in his or her mind is clearly, I have this money here. I have this money, millions of money, or 100,000. What should I produce? What should I produce? When you are looking at what to produce, the following question, or what you are asking yourself is, what product should I produce? Okay? And when you are looking at the product, there are many questions which follow that. What is the marketability? What is the price? of that product. What is the market size of that what? Of that product? Are you following me? When you're asking yourself what to produce, by virtue of asking this word what, you are looking at the nature of product that you are, the nature of good or service. Or service that you feel like to produce. And since no one has ever liked to invest for a loss, you look at the price of a given product such that you can look at the level of profitability, the level of profitability from that product if you engage in its production. When you look at the price of that very product, then thereafter you look at how much is it selling. Is the demand for that product high, such that you don't produce the good and you start sweating with it. You start mangling, you start meandering, up and down, trying to sell the product, and when it is not being demanded for. So that is what? Now tell me, your part